So Shilpa is here, so Shilpa will help us through the audience questions.
All right, request the respected ladies and gentlemen to raise your hands. I'll come to you. Do not ask your question without the mic. We need the audio to be captured, please. Yes.
And one question
please
per
go
person,
ahead.
please.
Introduce yourself and go ahead.
My name is Vijay Dhamal. I am from Oryx, India. Sir, Aditya ji, मैं
मराठीत पण विचारू शकता.
ओके मी
चालेल ना?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
सर मी तुमचे आजोबा प्रबोधनकारजी त्यांचं पण काही ऐकलेलं आहे. आणि मी लहान असताना बाळासाहेबांच्या सभा अगदी मी लालबागला राहिला होतो. प्रत्येक सभा मी अटेंड करायचो आणि त्यांचं भाषण ऐकताना अंगावरती काटा उभा राहायचा. मी त्यांचा फॅन होतो. मी प्रोफेशनल करिअर केला. मी आता व्हाईस प्रेसिडेंट आहे. परंतु तुमच्यामध्ये जे काही गुण आहेत मी तुम्हाला असं पाहतोय की भविष्यामध्ये देशाचा नेता तुम्ही होऊ शकता. आज मी कन्हैया कुमार यांनाही मी फॉलो करतो, त्यांनाही मी ऐकतो. पण आज तुमच्यामध्ये जे काही क्वालिटीज आहेत मी तुम्हाला अजून एक 7 ते 8 वर्षानंतर तुम्ही फार मोठे नेते असाल ही मी अपेक्षा बाळगतो. सर मी तुम्हाला फक्त माझा एक प्रश्न आहे. मुंबईमध्ये ट्रॅफिकचा फार मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. तर तुम्ही मुंबईच्या ट्रॅफिकसाठी भविष्यामध्ये तुमच्यामध्ये काय प्लॅन आहेत सर? थँक्यू सर.
Well, thank you for that question. If I may translate it for the audience, please, for just a minute. He has wished Aditya Thackeray well and has said that he will become as big a leader as his grandfather Balasahev Thackeray, and has asked him about the roads of Mumbai and when will there be a solution. Traffic and roads of Mumbai.
Prabodhankar Thackeray, you are also big social reformist.
थँक्यू. तुमचा प्रश्न खूप महत्त्वाचा आहे कारण ह्याच्यावर मी खूप काम करण्याचा प्रयत्न केलेला आहे. आणि ऑफकोर्स आपल्या प्रत्येक शहरामध्ये बघितलं तर ट्रॅफिक ही एक वाढता मोठा एक प्रॉब्लेम आहे. मुंबईचं जर बघितलं तर आत्ताची जी परिस्थिती आहे, आपले आहेत ते रस्ते पूर्ण लोकांनी भरलेले असतात. कारण गाड्या आहेत, प्रायव्हेट इंडिव्हिज्युअल गाड्या, बसेस भरलेले असतात, ट्रेन्स भरलेले असतात, सायकल्स, रिक्षाज, कॅब्स, ओला, उबर सगळं भरलेलं असतं. 2 गोष्टी ह्याच्यात महत्त्वाच्या आहेत. एक ऑफकोर्स चालण्यासाठी जागा, वॉकेबल फुटपाथ्स, आणि तो माझा मेजर फोकस होता. तुम्ही आत्ता पण प्रत्येक एरियामध्ये बघाल तर गार्डियन मिनिस्टर म्हणून, पालकमंत्री म्हणून मी पहिलं जे केलं ते MMRD असेल, म्हाडा, SRA, रेल्वे वगैरे सगळ्यांना आणि BMC प्रामुख्याने ह्यांना फंड देऊन अनेक ठिकाणी फुटपाथ हे जे पेवर ब्लॉक्स असायचे ते काढून एम्बॉस कॉन्क्रीटचे केले जिथे आपण चालू शकतो. रोड शुड बी वॉकेबल विदाउट क्लोजिंग युअर आईज और क्लोजिंग युअर नोज and having the fear to fall. So I think that was one of the most important thing for me. Pedestrians, zebra crossing असणं गरजेचं आहे, pedestrian refuge area असणं गरजेचं आहे. ह्याच्यासाठी आम्ही ब्लूमबर्ग, WRI वगैरे ह्या सगळ्या संस्थांबरोबर, C40 सिटीज आहे, क्लायमेट ग्रुप आहे, ह्यांच्याबरोबर बसून आम्ही प्लॅनिंग करायचो की वॉकेबल सिटी कसं होईल, चालतं येणारं शहर कसं होणार, हा एक महत्त्वाचा फोकस एरिया होता. तो असणं गरजेचं आहे. आणि दुसरं ऑफकोर्स पब्लिक ट्रान्सपोर्ट, जसं रेल्वेज आहेत, टॅक्सीज आहेत, मेट्रो लाईन येत आहेत, बसेस, त्यापेक्षा सगळ्यात महत्त्वाच्या म्हणजे आपल्या पब्लिक ट्रान्सपोर्टच्या बसेस असतात. बिकॉज buses are such a thing, and I was discussing this with the director for strategy for transport for London, and he said more than any other mode of transport, buses and double-decker buses are the most important for any city, especially a city like London. They've got almost 9,000 buses. Our aim was to hit almost 10,000 looking at the bus to population ratio. Today, if you see, we've gone past the COVID numbers that used to use the bus. For us, the first and foremost thing in a city like Mumbai was flat fares. So the BST even today is 5 rupees for 5 kilometers, 10 for 10, 15 for 15, and anything beyond 15 kilometers is 20 rupees. The other thing we started doing is increase the number of buses. We were around 3,337 buses 2.5 years ago. Today, we've increased that number to almost 3,500. Going beyond that, we're looking at every single bus in Mumbai to be clean fuel, so either electric or hydrogen. 2, we're looking at almost 900 double-decker buses coming in. So Mr. Gadkari actually inaugurated the first double-decker electric bus. That was what we had called for, and I'm so happy he inaugurated it. I hope he replicates that model across India. But Uddhavji was always keen on double-decker buses, and I was keen on electric buses. So we put together that, and we've got double-decker electric buses. Buses are something that you can actually move around, augment capacity, change routes at any time. तर मला वाटतं ट्रॅफिकवर हे 2 महत्त्वाची गोष्टी होती. तिसरी गोष्ट, कोस्टल रोड जो आपलं बनतोय साधारण 65% पूर्ण झालेला आहे. मुंबई ट्रान्स हार्बर लिंक आहे, ती आम्ही वीकली बैठक घ्यायचो. उद्धव साहेबांनी पहिलं गर्डर लॉन्च केलं. जेव्हा आम्ही सरकारमधून बाहेर पडलो किंवा मला काढलं गेलं त्याच्यातून, तेव्हा 80% पूर्ण झालेलं होतं हे MTHL. नरिमन पॉईंट कफ परेड कनेक्टरची सुरुवात आपण करून दिली. त्याच्यात मी मागे लागून सगळे क्लिअरन्स वगैरे करून दिले. मला वाटतं टेंडर आता त्याचं निघालं असेल. दहिसर मीरा भाईंदर लिंक रोड ह्याची सुरुवात आपण करून दिली. माझा प्रयत्न होता की वेस्टर्न एक्सप्रेस हायवे, ईस्टर्न एक्सप्रेस हायवे, ईस्टर्न फ्रीवे, AGLR, JVLR आणि SCLR ह्या तिन्ही 6 महत्त्वाचे जे रस्ते आहेत, 3 ईस्ट वेस्ट आणि 3 नॉर्थ साऊथ, पेडेस्ट्रियनायझेशन, सिग्नलिंग आणि मूव्हमेंट ऑफ व्हेकल्स हे एक प्लॅन्ड मॅनरमध्ये व्हावं. आणि दिस वॉज वॉट आय वॉज फोकसिंग ऑन. होपफुली वेन एव्हर वी आर ग्रांटेड द टाइम टू वर्क अगेन बाय द पीपल अँड सिटीजन्स ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, we'll focus on that. Thank you.
All right, we can have a couple of more audience questions. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Aditya Pratap. I'm a practicing lawyer. Recently, I had gone to the Bhoivada court and I passed in front of KEM hospital. I see really the heavy crowds and the bad state of the poor people outside KEM hospital. BMC has more than 80,000 crores in budget. Every year, thousands of crores of flowers and others. But yet, in the last 20 years, we have not seen a single new BMC hospital coming up. My driver, either anyone, they go to
So
KEM.
there are 4 that have already come up recently.
Which ones?
The ones in the suburban centers, there are 4 that have come up and there are 4 that are coming up again.
Okay, that's good. But then it might be
So I'll
more.
tell you, I
Yes.
get your question. Thank you, sir, for
And
thank
just
you,
one-
Aditya, for that.
Yes, and just one more add-on, that you have so, these days you have BMC has so much money that you can actually set up a Medanta for the public. Like a heavy-duty MRI machine costs 10-12 crores for the BMC's loose change. Like, do a project like that.
So primarily, again, the whole understanding of BMC's fund has to be much deeper than just seeing the 80,000 crores, because a lot of people look at Mumbai as the hen that lays the golden egg. When we took over the BMC in 1997, the BMC was in a deficit of almost 490 or 500 crores. From that, financial planning of Shiv Sena's governments in the BMC has led us to have 80,000 crores in our savings, and each penny is accounted for. Each penny has been allotted to other things and to various things across the city. For example, the coastal road that we are making as a part of the BMC is a 12,500 crore project without escalation, and most importantly, every penny is being used there is citizens' money. So once we have savings like this, the BMC is not going to have a single toll on that coastal road. Multiple things that are coming up across the city are a result of this saving. For example, in 2017, and I'll give you the latest figures very soon, but COVID has distorted those figures in the healthcare sector because of the amount of equipment that came in. But in 2017, the BMC had 13,756 beds in its hospitals. But the daily patient input to these beds was almost 80,000 people, not just from Mumbai, but all across India. The BMC's 90% of these health treatments are free from central government, state government, and BMC, schemes. We have some of the best doctors, we have some of the best medical equipment, and which is why the entire country, really, from be it an urban center or a rural center, they come to Mumbai for treatment and they go into BMC's hospitals. But of course, when you have people coming in more than what beds are available or more than what doctors or nurses are available, you will have an overflow and you will have a problem with more than one person or two people coming to the same dispensary, for which we have started planning with dispensaries across Mumbai, increasing them, doubling the amount to almost 1,000 dispensaries across Mumbai, which we already had, but this is going on, free healthcare. 2, we need to level the way our hospitals go. Peripheral hospitals, centralized hospitals, you need to have a radial pattern of planning this, and this is what was going on in the past 2.5 years, along with COVID management. And yes, we have world-class hospitals, we haven't promoted them, and that's where we fall back. So maybe some of the 80,000 crores could have been used for better promotion and ads on TVs. We fell back on that. No regrets about that, though.
All right, a couple of more audience questions.
जय महाराष्ट्र.
Jai Maharashtra.
मी डॉक्टर भूषण जाधव. मला एक राजकीय प्रश्न विचारायचा आहे की जेव्हा बाळासाहेबांनी म्हटलं होतं, आपल्या आजोबांनी आदरणीय बाळासाहेब ठाकरेंनी, की मी माझ्या शिवसेनेची काँग्रेस होऊ देणार नाही आणि ज्या दिवशी मला काँग्रेसबरोबर जावं लागेल त्या दिवशी मी हे दुकान बंद करेन. तर जेव्हा तुम्ही काँग्रेसबरोबर युती केलीत, अनफॉर्च्युनेटली म्हणजे तुमच्याबरोबर ती सिच्युएशन, सडनली तुम्हाला ती सिच्युएशन आली होती युती तुटल्यामुळे, तर जेव्हा तुम्ही युती केलीत आणि जेव्हा काँग्रेसला म्हणजे सोनिया गांधींना भेटायला दिल्लीला गेलात, तेव्हा उद्धवजींना आणि तुम्हाला मनातनं दुःख होत होतं का? आणि आता याच्या पुढचं एक मी असं विचारतो की तेव्हा सिच्युएशन अनफॉर्च्युनेटली अचानक आली होती, आता तुम्हाला पूर्णपणे माहिती आहे की आपण युतीमध्ये नाही आहोत, तर इथून पुढच्या इलेक्शन्स किंवा आता जशी पूर्वी बीजेपी बरोबर तुमची लॉंग टर्म युती होती, तसं इथून पुढच्या सगळ्या इलेक्शन्स तुम्ही काँग्रेसबरोबर तुमच्या आयडियोलॉजीला कॉम्प्रोमाइज करून काँग्रेसबरोबर जाणार का?
एक तर तुम्ही कसं ठरवलं की आम्ही आयडिओलॉजी कॉम्प्रोमाइज केली आहे?
काँग्रेसबरोबर युती केली ना.
नाही पण आयडिओलॉजी कॉम्प्रोमाइज कशी केली आपण कसं ठरवलं?
जर आता समजा
आयडिओलॉजी कॉम्प्रोमाइज
म्हणजे बाळासाहेबांचं जर आपण विधान घेतलं की मी काँग्रेसबरोबर
विधान आणि आयडिओलॉजी मध्ये फरक असतो.
पण
इंदिरा बाळासाहेब ठाकरेंची मैत्री इंदिराजींबरोबर होती, त्यांनी पण पाठिंबा दिलेला.
पण त्यांनी कधी युती नव्हती केली.
नाही आपण चुकतोय. थोडा इतिहास बघा आपण, आणि कॉम्प्रोमाइज काय केलं हे नक्की आपण सांगा. आपण कुठच्याही पक्षाचे असू शकता, त्याच्यात काही हरकत नाही.
मी अप्रिशिएट करतो, मी उद्धवजींना बेस्ट सीएम मानतो
नक्की, पण आपण मला कॉम्प्रोमाइज कसं केलं मला सांगा.
कॉम्प्रोमाइज या दृष्टीने म्हणतोय की ज्यावेळी बाळासाहेब ठाकरे स्वतः म्हणतात की मला जेव्हा काँग्रेसबरोबर जावं लागेल,
आयडिओलॉजी
म्हणजे बाळासाहेबांचं वचन हे आयडिओलॉजी नाहीये का?
वचन नव्हतं, ते विधान होतं. आणि हिंदुराव बाळासाहेब ठाकरे जे काही त्यांनी भाषणं केलेली आहेत ही आम्हाला पण माहिती आहेत. आम्ही घरातल्या घरात त्यांच्यासोबत वाढल्यानंतर कोणी आमच्यावर हमला जर केला, कोणी महाराष्ट्र तोडायचा प्रयत्न केला, कोणी शिवसेना मोडायचा प्रयत्न केला, तर त्याला उत्तर कसं द्यायचं हे आम्ही त्यांच्याकडून शिकलेलो. त्यांचंच रक्त आमच्यामध्ये आहे.
नाही पण मला एवढंच
All right, I think we can yeah.
Thank you.
I thank you for your question. I thank you for your question.
And thank
for
you,
our
Aditya,
audience,
for being sporting. We'll take the next.
For our audience, let me please sum it up. Shilpa, for our audience, let me please sum it up. Right now, the gentleman asked a question about, whether there was a compromise with Balasahev Thackeray's ideology.
Sorry, you're translating all of it. Sorry.
And whether after going with the Congress, there was a compromise on Balasahev Thackeray's ideology, to which Aditya Thackeray ji responded saying that there was no compromise on ideology and they still continue to walk on the path as suggested by Balasahev Thackeray.
Sorry, one more thing. उलट आम्ही त्यांनी जे त्यावेळी शब्द दिलेले हिंदू सम्राट बाळासाहेब ठाकरेंनी, जे गेल्या मागच्या 5 वर्षाच्या सरकारमधून नाही करू शकलो, ते राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस आणि आमची महाविकास आघाडीमध्ये करू शकलो. संभाजीनगरचं नाव संभाजीनगर केलं, धाराशिव केलं, अयोध्येबद्दल बोललो, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी तर केल्या आम्ही. तर कुठचं कॉम्प्रोमाइज केलं आम्ही?
So thank you, Aditya Thackeray. Aditya Thackeray just said that, he did fulfill the dreams of Balasahev Thackeray by going with the Congress and the NCP. He fulfilled the promises that were made by the Shiv Sena to Maharashtra, may it be the renaming of Aurangabad to Sambhajinagar or Dhara Shiv from Usmanabad. Thank you.
Namaskar Aditya ji, my name is Mansoor Ali. I'm a founder director of a company called Amfa India. We manage some of the leading names and institutions in this country on pandemic times on air quality solutions. My question to you is that you have been acknowledged internationally for your work in sustainability and climate change. Now the government has changed. We just had the deputy CM of the state. What is the one thing which you believe that your initiative which you want the current government to carry on with a new setup?
I'll take your question, but I don't call this a government, I call this an arrangement, but okay. I think, look, it's very important for us to understand whatever's happening around the world today is a huge playing factor on the economy, and what is happening is climate change. You're seeing floods, you're seeing hailstorms, you're seeing, heat waves, you're seeing almost everything across the country. Even today, when we speak about Europe, the winters are especially going to be tough on Europe, looking at the energy crisis and climate change. If you look at our own country, right now we're struggling, and we've been asking this government to declare a package for the farmers. We're asking them to declare what is called Ola Dushkal in Marathi. Unseasonal rainfall, heavy rainfall, all of this is a part of climate change. We need to move ahead on climate action. And this is something, again, that is going to go beyond ideology. This is going to go beyond party lines, because whoever's running the city, whoever's running the state or the country, we will keep changing as parties, we will keep changing as, ideologies that govern the country. This whole system of democracy is very dynamic. But what is not changing is what we will face as, part of what is happening to our world today, what is happening to our planet today. The Mumbai Climate Action Plan, similarly the Pune Climate Action Plan, Solapur Climate Action Plan, Thane Climate Action Plan, these are things that we need to go on, stick to, because finally we as the human race are going to bear the brunt of what is happening to our planet. We believe that we can control nature, we can control environment. We believe, ye kya itna jagah to clear karna hai, usme kya hai, cut these trees, let's build a building here, let's clear this, let's build a car shed here. But we don't realize that we're going to damage our future with such actions. And like I said right now, even today, most political parties in our country, most of us in our country today, we're fighting over what happened in the past. What happened 50 years ago? Was this person right or wrong? What he said was right or wrong? Who is fighting for our future? Nobody is. I think climate action is about our future, because for a country like us, where, for a country like India, where you have cities growing on a huge scale, but you also have a huge agrarian economy, where you have, the economy right now, we don't know what is happening to it. There's unclear picture over the economy. We know that unemployment is on the rise. We know that there's also, different economic standards of rating us. The biggest hard-hitting factor to India today is going to be climate change. I think we need to start acting on it right now. We don't have the luxury of time to think about it.
All right, I think we can wrap with the audience questions. Thank you very much to the audiences for your questions.